and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm making schnitzel with mashed potatoes, buttery cabbage, and mushroom gravy. Anthony really enjoys German food and I like making it, so that's what we're getting tonight. Come on, let's get started. So the ingredients you're going to need to make this dinner is going to be 8 ounces of mushrooms, white mushrooms, a half a cup of butter, 2 pounds of boneless pork chops, 1 head of cabbage, 1 cup of plain breadcrumbs, 2 1/4 cups of beef broth, and I have 4 potatoes here for the mashed potatoes. That's enough for me and my family. You may need more, you know, give or take, depending on how big they are as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting my potatoes ready to cook. So now that you got your potatoes going, I'm gonna go ahead and get this cabbage going, the butter cabbage. So I got this big head of cabbage here. I'm just gonna slice it up so it's thin pieces. So after you get your cabbage diced up, which I got quite a bit, I'm gonna use my Instapot here to make my buttery cabbage, but you can put all these ingredients in a pot.
I'm gonna help Mama.
Okay, I got a little helper, I guess, today. All right. So first we're gonna add the cabbage. And then I forgot to mention, it is 1 cup of chicken broth to go with this buttery cabbage.
1 cup, everyone. 1 cup.
1 cup. And a half a cup of butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and add salt and pepper to taste. So when you got all your ingredients in your Instapot, you're gonna wanna make sure the vent is sealing. You're gonna pressure cook on high. So I got my pressure cooker on high, and that's it. Just let it do its thing. Okay, so I got my buttery cabbage going, my potatoes are boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these mushrooms up for the mushroom gravy. You can use brown gravy as well if you don't wanna make mushroom gravy, but schnitzel will taste better in my opinion with mushroom gravy. I'm just pulling off the stems off the mushrooms here before I dice these up. Just chop them up into quarters. So now that you got your mushrooms all cut up into quarters, I'm gonna go ahead and just set these off to the side for a little bit until I'm ready for the gravy part. Now for the most exciting part, is making your schnitzel. So I got my pork chops here. They're kind of thick, so we're gonna actually use a meat hammer here, and we're gonna hammer them out and thin them out. If you don't have one, that's fine. I've used an actual real hammer in the past. So it took a little beating, but I got it down to probably about, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch thick. I got 3 more to do. Ugh. Be here all night, beating meat. So I have officially finished pounding out the meat. I got them pretty pretty thin. I'd say they're about 1/4 inch. I did go back through and fix a couple of them that weren't like super thin, but they turned out good. So now we're gonna go get these breaded and ready to go. So before we start breading our pork chops or our schnitzel, I'm gonna turn my pan on here. I just have a pan and I filled the bottom just barely full of oil, as you can see. Just some vegetable oil, just to cover the bottom of the pan. I got my beaten pork chops. You're gonna need 2 eggs and then your plain breadcrumbs. And then I got an empty plate here. It's just like a little assembly line. So first you take your first pork chop, dump it in the beaten egg mixture you got. And then dip it in your plain breadcrumbs. Make sure that's coated. Kind of shake off all the excess. Doesn't stick. Put that on the empty plate. And just keep repeating the process till you get them all done. So now that you got your schnitzel breaded and your pan is hot, just gonna want to drop them in there slowly. So while your schnitzel is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and start the gravy. So you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of butter. You're gonna turn your stove on to about medium-high heat, and we're gonna get this butter melted. So my butter is melted. Just gonna add my mushrooms, and I'm gonna cook these down so they're like a gold brown color and kind of soft. I'll let my mushrooms cook down. My schnitzel is golden brown. So I'm gonna take my pork chops off the stove, or out of the pan. Put them on a paper towel here and just set these aside. Now to add my last pork chop. So my mushrooms have cooked down. I'm gonna go ahead and add my beef broth. You're gonna wanna add 2 cups and save 1/4 cup for reserve for the cornstarch to thicken your gravy up. Added my beef broth. Now you're gonna wanna let your beef broth and mushroom boil, or bring it to a boil and let it cook down for a little bit longer, kind of get some of those flavors all mixed in together. So my potatoes are tender. I poke them with a fork, they fall apart. So for my mashed potatoes, I like to add 2 tablespoons of butter and 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. I got my mixer. I'll mash these up. So for the thickening agent for your mushroom gravy, you got your 1/4 cup of beef broth here, and you're gonna use 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then with the whisk, just gonna mix this all up. So I'm gonna take my thickening agent and just whisk it in there. Add a little bit more thickening agent. So if your gravy is like mine, it's not quite thick enough, I'm just gonna go ahead and add maybe another 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna get some plain water. So I just added another 1/4 cup of water with just 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Just go around. I'll mix it all up and I'll re-add it. This is just to thicken it up a little bit more. It's not quite thick like I like it. Okay, I think that did it. So I ended up adding 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. So it's pretty good consistency, I think, for gravy. So my buttery cabbage is done as well. As you can see, turned out really good. It smells really good. So everything is ready. I guess it's time to eat. Thank you guys for watching me make schnitzel. If you make this recipe, I hope you enjoy it as my family enjoyed it. I mean, I am full. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up for me, please. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.